It's Tuesday night. I'm here. You're here. The Corsa is still down here. And so's the frickin' wiring. So let's have a look. Yep, that's right. It pretty much looks exactly the way it did before. Messy as hell and wires everywhere. But there's one little difference. We have a dash plug. It's not wired in yet, but it just needs a few wires running on that one. The main thing, tucked down in the footwell here, is this one. Because this is all the sensor wires that are going off to the dash. So this is indicators, high beam, dip beam? Yeah, dip beam, side lights, one of them. Fog lights, I don't know what the hell I've got on them now. Handbrake, fluid levels, oil temperature, no, oil pressure. So yeah, it's actually the oil pressure isn't even on there because it's a separate one. But no, I've been having some fun because AIM dashers, no, they use fiddly little binder connectors. I can't even, let's see, can we get this to focus? Oh, focus on the fingers. You're not gonna now, are you? So on this massive wiring is 8 different channels, and 7 of them are wiring myself. So if we zoom, oh, there we are, that's close enough. Let's see if we can get a decent focus. On the AIM wiring, it uses binder connectors. Now, they look quite a simple connector to put on, and they are to put on there. However, to wire it, they are tiny, should have got a spare one, tiny little pins inside. You can tell by the size of my fingers they're tiny pins. And on the back, you have to solder, see, I can't even focus on it, it's that tiny. You have to solder into little cups, which is fiddly as fuck. Needless to say, a few connectors went to shit. However, those are done. So now it's joining that up to the rest of the harness. And yeah. So, I have no idea when that last video was recorded. There's not a date on the camera, so I'm winging it now. It's obviously been a little while because I'm in a t-shirt. What the fuck? Yeah. But anyway, inside of the car is looking... let's take a look. Actually rather neat and tidy. So yeah, just been... I would say hammering away at the wiring. It's been time consuming, just trying to, it's rat's nest down here, just trying to sort out all the wires, what's going where, disconnecting this, that and the other, rerouting it, and generally tidying it up. So it's finally starting to take shape. Routing the wires along the top, they need popping into some cabling, but I've got a few more to run, so just holding fire for the meantime. Where were we last time? The AIM dash wiring. One of them's there. The other one just needs the power and earth connecting up, so that's not too far along, too far away either. Some of these are just dead, need tucking away still, but have started connecting the relay that gives the vehicle speed signal to the power steering for the moment. Another little bit of wiring I've been working on. Little harness here goes off to the central display screen in the middle of the Corsa dashboard. Most probably wouldn't use it now, don't really want it, but it shows something that's not really needed is the date, but shows time and outside temperature, which I've got wiring on the front bumper for the sensor, and I've got some old wiring that's not needed under the bonnet for something else, so a quick bit of fettling with a connector and I can now run the central display, which at some point actually get back into the car. So not just yet. There's still work to be done, but yeah, we show some other bits. Under the bonnet still looks relatively messy and untidy, but oh well. Few big changes. Last night sucked out all the brake fluid and clutch fluid out of the car, or hopefully all of it anyway, we'll find out one way. So brake servo gone, clutch master cylinder gone, front brake pipe's gone down to there, and the rear was running across the front, goes through the bulkhead. Going to use that connector for the new clutch line, maybe, we'll see. And also the clutch pipe has gone as well. With those out the way, also managed to borrow a cutting disc, so widened out that there. It's still quite sharp, needs tidying up. And this side here, so I've got bracket I need to make up there for the reservoirs, but it's opened it all up, so I can now get in here and do what I need to. So yeah, it's another little bit of progress. I've actually got some light down here today. Actually see the new gear change cables. Another shiny bit, but yeah, like I say, rest of it looks a bit of a mess. Still a lot going on. Wiring still needs a sort. Oh well. But opening it all up means I've got a lot more space for the new manifold. So with the manifold, 90-degree elbow and the airbox in there, you can see basically where I'm heading with this. That airbox still amazes me every time I see it next to the top of the engine. It's bigger than the fucking engine. But yeah, it's coming. The wiring does need sorting. All of this going through. Also, ECU wiring still to go. But on the case of wiring, back into the car. So still with the wiring, very little left to do on the body loom. We've got exterior light switch control. That was hacked off of the dashboard, so I've removed mine from an old loom and need to connect that up the same as when they removed this loom. They cut every wire to the rear lights and to the fuel pump, so now I've got to go through, already started working through them, and work out what wire's what. But once that's done, hopefully pop a battery on, make sure everything's to earth, and actually see if I can get the body side working before starting the ECU. If I can get the dash lighting up, all the lights work, and just run through all of those functions before moving on to something new. But all progress, all good, and yeah, exciting times to come. Brakes to start sorting as well, now that I can do the reservoirs on those and tidy up that where I've cut it, because that's rather sharp. Anyway, thank you for sticking with us as always. Hopefully a lot to come. A lot of tidying up still, but more to come. So, as always, like, comment, subscribe, do all, do none. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching.